In the quiet town of Rosethorn, nestled between the whispering pines and the sleepy hills, the night sky was always a canvas of stars. But one evening, as the town slumbered, the stars seemed to dance, swirling into a vortex that pulsed with an eerie light. From this celestial maelstrom, they came, not with the expected fanfare of interstellar conquerors, but as silent observers, their ships cloaked in the darkness between the stars. The first sign of their presence was not a sighting of their sleek vessels, nor the appearance of strange beings, but a series of vanishings. People, animals, even objects began to disappear without a trace. The townsfolk whispered of abductions and pointed fingers at the sky, but no one had seen the visitors. No one except young Ellie, whose fascination with the stars had often kept her awake at night. Eyes glued to her telescope. It was through this very lens that Ellie first saw them, figures shrouded in shadows, moving with a grace that was almost ghostly. They were here, and they were real. As days turned into weeks, the disappearances grew more frequent, and a palpable dread settled over Rosethorn. The visitors left no mark, no clue, no way to be followed. They were phantoms, specters of the cosmos, and they were among them. Ellie knew she had to act. She began to document everything: times, dates, patterns. There was a method to the visitors' madness, a schedule to their sinister sojourns. And then, one fateful night, armed with her findings and her unyielding courage, Ellie set out to confront the unknown. She didn't have to wait long. As the clock struck midnight, the air shimmered, and the visitors appeared. They were nothing like the little green men of lore. These beings were tall and ethereal, with eyes that held the depth of the universe. They spoke not with words, but with thoughts that echoed in Ellie's mind, a telepathic tide that threatened to sweep her away. "We are the Watchers," they said, "keepers of the cosmic balance. Your planet is a nexus, a point of convergence for energies that span the dimensions. We do not harm. We take only what is needed to maintain equilibrium." Ellie, with a bravery that belied her years, demanded proof, demanded to see those who had been taken. And so, the Watcher showed her. In a place outside of time, a limbo between worlds, the missing were alive, unharmed, living moments plucked from their lives like pages from a book. The Watchers promised they would return all in due time, once the cosmic scales were balanced once more. Ellie, now a guardian of a secret too vast for the world to bear, returned to Rosethorn with a heavy heart. She watched the stars, and she waited. For in the quiet town of Rosethorn, under the watchful gaze of a girl who knew too much, the visitors still roam, and the night sky is never just a canvas of stars. As the days passed, Ellie's life was consumed by the secret she carried. She watched as the town of Rosethorn slowly unraveled, the weight of the unknown pressing down on every heart and home. The Watchers, ever present yet unseen, continued their silent vigil, their visits a spectral routine that left the nights filled with whispers and the days with shadows. Ellie tried to live a normal life, but the eyes of the town were upon her. They sensed her burden, the heavy cloak of knowledge that set her apart. Her once bright spirit dimmed, replaced by a quiet resolve to understand the purpose of the Watchers, and the true nature of the cosmic balance they sought to maintain. She delved into ancient texts and obscure theories, piecing together a tapestry of cosmic lore that spanned galaxies and eons. The Watchers were not the only ones, she discovered. There were others, entities that watched over the threads of reality, ensuring that the fabric of existence did not unravel. But knowledge is a double-edged sword, and with each revelation, Ellie felt herself slipping further from the world she knew. The Watchers took notice of her quest, their silent observations turning into an unspoken dialogue. They offered glimpses into the vastness of the cosmos, showing her the delicate dance of creation and destruction that governed all things. And then, the disappearances stopped. As suddenly as they had begun, they ceased, leaving a void where once there was fear. The town breathed a collective sigh of relief, but Ellie knew better. The balance had been restored, but at what cost? The Watchers departed, their ships ascending into the night sky, leaving behind a trail of stardust and a town forever changed. Ellie stood alone, the guardian of memories that were not her own, a bridge between the human and the divine. In the end, Rosethorn returned to its slumber, the stars once again just stars. But for Ellie, the night sky would always be a reminder of the time when the universe had come calling, and she had answered. The tale of Ellie and the Watchers had reached its natural conclusion, but the echoes of their presence lingered in the fabric of Rosethorn. The town slowly pieced itself back together, each person carrying their own silent vigil, their eyes often drifting skyward with a mix of fear and wonder. Ellie, now known as the Star Whisperer to the townsfolk, found herself at a crossroads. Her nights were haunted by dreams of distant worlds and the enigmatic Watchers. She knew that the balance they spoke of was delicate, and that their return was inevitable. The universe was vast, and Earth was but a single thread in an intricate cosmic weave. Determined to prepare for the next encounter, Ellie transformed her home into a sanctuary of knowledge, a library of the esoteric and the scientific. She became a beacon for those seeking to understand the mysteries of the cosmos, attracting scholars, dreamers, and the occasional skeptic. But it was on one unremarkable night, as Ellie pored over her charts and texts, that the stars once again began to dance. A shiver ran down her spine as she felt their gaze upon her, the Watchers returning not as thieves in the night, but as harbingers of a new chapter. They spoke to her of an impending cosmic event, a convergence of energies that would ripple through the galaxies and test the mettle of Earth's inhabitants. The Watchers offered Ellie a choice: to stand with them as a guardian of the balance, or to remain with her people, bound by the gravity of her world. The decision weighed heavily on her, for she knew that accepting their offer would mean leaving everything she held dear. Yet, turning them away could spell disaster for all she had fought to protect. As the town of Rosethorn slept, Ellie made her choice. She stepped into the light of the Watchers, her form dissolving into stardust, her essence ascending to the heavens. She became one with the cosmos, a sentinel standing watch over her home from the stars, and though she was gone, her legacy endured. The Star Whisperer became a legend, a tale passed down through generations, a reminder that we are not alone in the universe and that sometimes the greatest mysteries lie within. The legend of Ellie, the Star Whisperer, spread across the cosmos. Her story became a beacon of hope and a warning of the delicate balance that exists between worlds. The town of Rosethorn, once a quiet and unassuming place, became a site of pilgrimage for those seeking answers to the great mysteries of the universe. The Watchers, now with Ellie among them, continued their silent guardianship, their eyes ever watchful for the next ripple in the cosmic balance. Ellie, with her newfound perspective, saw the interconnectedness of all life, the ebb and flow of energies that bound the universe together. Back on Earth, the people of Rosethorn looked to the stars with a new understanding. They knew that Ellie was out there, watching over them, and they took comfort in the thought that they were part of a larger story, a tapestry woven by the threads of countless lives and civilizations. And though Ellie's physical presence was missed, her spirit lived on in the hearts of those she left behind. Her home, now a museum and library of the cosmic and the occult, stood as a testament to her journey and the truths she had uncovered. The story of Ellie and the Watcher serves as a reminder that the unknown is not to be feared but embraced, that we are all part of a grand cosmic dance, and that sometimes the most extraordinary adventures begin with a single look upward into the infinite night sky. The tale may continue in many forms, through the whispers of the wind, the rustling of the leaves, or the silent songs of the stars. It is a story without end, a story that lives on wherever there are those who dare to dream and look beyond.